This year I've picked somebody that I've known for since she was 4. My sitter here in the painting is Merwe Smith. She's born in Kalgoorlie. She's now got a child of her own of 4, and Merwe is very special to me. She's got a story of her own. She was brought up by her grandfather Dinny Smith in Kalgoorlie. She fortuitously was down here in Perth last year. She had a challenging thing to deal with here in the city, and she came down with her children, and I actually wanted to reflect back to Merwe a strength that I saw in her. And it just so happened that I thought, well, this would work well for the Black Swan. My name's Linda van der Merwe. I'm a West Australian artist / art educator. I've been working in my practice for the last 35 years, and it's been recently developed into a portrait practice since about 2000. I went through a period in the 90s of fairly deep introspection, and I was doing allegorical works, figurative allegorical works, and then a very opportune situation occurred where my local art centre up in Mundaring, which is a hills town in Western Australia, had a cancellation in their schedule, in their calendar, and they wanted somebody to fill that space. And so I was called, and it was really timely because I was ready to get out of my own head and get out there into the community. So I actually instigated a really great project where I took myself out in my local community and just started to record people in workplace. When I'm actually doing a portrait, I like doing sketches of a person, but I'm not really big for having a sitting constantly. I actually use my camera as a drawing instrument. I actually take movies of people while I'm talking to them about their life. I write small journalistic histories, sort of more like a journalistic thing. I love spending time with them in their home environment, or doing things they like doing so that I get a feel for them. And then suddenly something starts to speak to me about how I want to position them, how I want to put them in the canvas. I mean, in relationship to my portrait here of Merwe, I wanted to particularly have her very close, quite monumental, because I wanted to speak of that strength. I wanted to speak of a mother. She's a great mother, her mothering attributes. If it wasn't for her great skill at that, her little family might not survive as well as they are in Warburton. Warburton is a community right out in the Central Desert, so there's struggles there. I've chosen the medium I've chosen in terms of my practice is for this particular portrait is coloured pencil. The reason I chose that is that Merwe has always drawn in coloured pencil since the time I've known her, and so it was kind of reflective of that. I wanted to repeat that kind of idea. There's an Eastern States-centric thing about portrait prizes. We haven't got anything like them here, and the whole notion of it, the actual Black Swan, one of the aspects is the actual Black Swan chooses the imagery through slide selection or digital image selection, whereas the Eastern States prizes are often you have to send the painting over there, and that's very, very costly to do. I think I was thinking about the Doug Moran earlier, and it was something like $400, well, $180 to send, $180 back. So, I mean, that shouldn't stop somebody, but, it's one of the aspects of the Black Swan that's terrific. And so it allows Eastern States artists to come in here and we get to see their work. I just wanted to say of the experience that Merwe had when I phoned her in Warburton and asked her to give me some words of how it felt for her. She said, "I've always had thoughts of being drawn in a portrait. Thanks to all my friends in Perth who taught me to be strong. Now I've been drawn by my best friend Linda. I feel so proud of me and my two beautiful girls, and it makes me feel like we're famous.